YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Just woke up. Unedited. I told you guys you're going to be getting some unedited content from time to time, so I'm not going to say unedited, but I'm going to say very little editing. I just woke up, I didn't even brush my teeth, didn't even wash my face. Of course, that's going to happen, but it's 9 o'clock in the morning. This is early for me. Today's the day I'm dropping my motorcycle off at Harley Davidson. I looked at my phone and I saw what the temperature was, and I'm in serious denial. So I'm gonna add some other devices in the house because it's a smart house. So maybe these devices are smarter than me, even though I got my weather from the phone, which is also a smart device. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 56 degrees.
Can't be. Let me try another one. So although my devices say it's 37 degrees here on this device, 33 degrees here on this device. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 56 degrees.
Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
The temperature in Pooler right now is 38 degrees.
No way. Okay, here's how I'm gonna deal with my denial to make me feel a little better. Alexa, what's the temperature upstairs?
The upstairs temperature is 72 degrees.
Now that sounds better. Unfortunately, that's the temperature inside, upstairs in my house, not outside. I'm in some serious denial. But I think I'm gonna wind up doing something that I said I wasn't gonna do. And that something is probably gonna be this. I think I am going to wear my leather. Okay, so the denial is over. It's cold, and it's cold standing still. Of course, it feels a little better in the sun, but it is cold. It is now, let me see if the temperature changed a little bit. This is the level of denial, 41 degrees. So yeah, it's a little cooler. I'm not gonna feel that while I'm riding, but anyway, so here's my process. Some people, they give their garage totally to their motorcycle. My motorcycle parks against the wall. I keep it on the jack, that way I can push it right against the wall. And I put it as close as I possibly can to the wall without hitting anything. So, with that being said, sorry if I'm giving you vertigo. So when it's time to move the motorcycle, or when I want to ride it, I got to move this car and whatever is in the driveway, which today is the truck and the other car. So, all right, let me get those things out of the way. I had to run them a little bit to get the frost off. South Georgia. Had to get the frost off the cars. Anyway, let me take care of that and let me pull this motorcycle out here. All right, so let's get this jack from under the motorcycle. Always keep the kickstand down, just in case. Nice and easy. Take the tender off. Got the key. Alright, now I'm going to share something with you guys. Duck walking the motorcycle is not permitted. Not even in the garage. You should always be practicing your slow motorcycle riding skills, because that's really the best implementation of your control of this motorcycle. Because remember, at speed, the motorcycle doesn't need you. It can ride itself at speed. But it needs you 100%. All participation, all of your skills, all of that has to come into play to control this motorcycle. So notice I got the wheel turned all the way. Right foot's on the brake, clutch in, motorcycle's in gear already. I don't leave it in neutral. let's do it. I know I said I wasn't going to wear this jacket. Matter of fact, I said I'm definitely not wearing this jacket. You know, things change. I haven't worn this jacket in 4 years, and I got to tell you, it feels good. It feels really good. But the important thing is how it feels while I'm riding, which I'm telling you, this jacket is warm. Here's another thing. I went to put the jacket on, and I found these in my sleeve. These are the gauntlets. They ride high, so no wind goes up in the jacket, even though it's kind of, you know, it's kind of reinforced in there so the wind doesn't get up there anyway, but yes, that feels good. I'm not gonna wear these though, because one thing that I didn't like about these is I always like to have a good feel for the clutch. I always like to have that, and when you have these on, you just don't have it. But you know, if you're in, you know, riding in New York City and it's 20 degrees out and you're in Times Square, no big deal. I'm just not gonna be doing a lot of fancy stuff because these are a little stiff. All right, let me get on the bike and get it to Harley Davidson. That's always going to happen unless you put something over your head. My face was a little cold, but it's a very sunny day. So I mean, very good. I just got here at Harley Davidson. All right, let me take her in. I got another funny story for you too. Let me park first. Here's the funny thing I had to tell you. When I got on the first highway, I got on 16, it hit me that I remembered this motorcycle has heated grips. Matter of fact, let me turn them off. And I remember when I bought this motorcycle, I said to myself, if I was still in New York, that would be beneficial, but I'm not gonna need that here. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, you know what I mean? So that was funny. I thought that was really funny, but it definitely made a difference. The tips of your fingers are always the first things to get cold. It's always the extremities, the tips of the extremities that get cold first. But they definitely help. You tuck your fingers in a little bit so you can kind of get closer to that heating element. And I'm happy I had it. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's head inside to the service department. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your business. I just tried to, now, you know, something.
So I pulled the motorcycle inside where the inspection is conducted on all motorcycles brought in for service. Sarah did the inspection and she did a phenomenal job. Yes, they inspect to make sure the lights work, the horn works, make sure there's no dents or scratches, but she also found a seal that was probably leaking. And they're going to take care of it. And it's something I never would have seen. So good job, Sarah. Okay, this is Dave from Harley Davidson. And Dave, tell them what you do here.
I'm the customization specialist here. So pretty much I go over anything if you want to make your bike perform different, sound different, look different, maybe a little bit different flair. I pretty much build packages together for anybody that wants to do something.
All right, and I'm going to be talking to Dave about once I'm out of warranty, putting some pipes on this motorcycle to make it sound a little bit better. Now the stage 3 is going to make it sound a little bit better, right?
Yep, definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. What else? What should I be? I'm taking off the jacket, man, because this thing is hot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Tell me what I should be. What should I expect from this stage 3? Should I really be expecting much? Or?
You should be expecting, by grammaticals, you should be expecting about a 35% increase in mid-range power. That's
Okay.
going to give you some more takeoff power.
Uh-huh.
That's also going to give you the option that you don't have to downshift on the highway as much.
Okay.
So it's going to be right there in that 3,000 RPM zone.
Okay.
So right around 2,800 is where it kicks in,
Uh-huh.
but it lasts until about 4,000 RPM, which is the crime of the crop for the power band.
Okay, so it's middle power. How about torque coming off the line?
Torque coming off the line, it still gives you a 20% increase
Okay.
off of stock.
Okay.
But it just kind of tweaks it a little bit, so it gives it that mid-range slope.
All right. All right, that sounds good to me. I'm anxious. I'm very excited. I'm actually more excited now that I spoke to you.
Yeah.
And Saturday I should be expecting it to be done by?
Yeah.
All right, so I told you guys I'd be making a video on Sunday, because I have to take it out and kind of test out this new engine and see how it is on the cone course. But Dave, thanks again.
Anytime.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
All right, thanks for your time.
Anytime.
Dave also told me that when I pick up this motorcycle, to remind me that it's basically a new engine, so the braking period starts all over. So he said for the first 500 miles, keep it under 3,500 RPM. You know, no quick accelerations, and after 1,000 miles to bring it in for an oil change. So of course that's what I'll do. Just waiting for my wife now to come pick me up and go home and take off these long johns. All right, guys, I'm back home. Back in the warmth. It actually wasn't that bad out there coming back in the car. It is 52 degrees outside now, so actually I'm not going to complain about 52 degrees because I know a lot of you guys out there would love 52 degree weather because that's good riding weather as well. It's not short sleeve weather, but it is good riding weather. While I was at the dealership, let me show you this. Remember I told you guys when I installed that tour pack, $2,300 worth of equipment, no lock. So I ordered the lock, $62.25. So it is what it is. I want to thank Dave again from Savannah Harley Davidson for taking the time to, just go on camera and answer some questions for me regarding the Stage 3. And also I want to give a shout out to Tim. Tim's the guy that's going to be doing the work on the motorcycle. He's also the guy that installed the lights on the motorcycle. He did a very good job with that. So that's the guy I want working on my motorcycle. That's not to say that there aren't other mechanics at Savannah Harley Davidson that are capable of doing the job. But it's like anything else. If you go to a barbershop and you get a haircut and you like the way the guy cuts your hair, that's probably the guy you're going to want to go to from now on. So it's the same thing. But that's going to be the end of this video and any videos regarding my motorcycle until I get it back on Saturday. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to view my channel. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like, share, subscribe. Subscribe is actually the lower left side of the screen. See that little red box? You can click that as well. Makes it nice and easy for you. Anyway, shout out to my boys in blue. Be careful out there. For all my riders, you be careful out there as well. Have a blessed day, everyone. Stay safe. Wear those masks.